And then give us 1 second for me to reset everything, and I'll bring Blake up while I do that.
Hey, everyone. Good morning. It is May 11th at 11 o'clock. 11:02, actually. So we're past 11. Ready to rock and roll. I know Nicole's getting everything set up right now. And today we will cover department updates. Last week we did economic development. So this week we'll cover department updates from water to transportation and public works to the library. And with some library updates as well and some things about the animal shelter. So if you're new to the show, we're live every Tuesday at 11 a.m. and we go for about 30 to 45 minutes. We answer questions as well. And if you would like to ask a question after we're live, feel free to ask that and we'll get back to you and answer that when we're not live. So, Nicole?
Yeah, I'm going to make it's good. It's
good.
Rainy Tuesday.
I know. I'm looking out my window. I'm tired of the rain. Ready for sunshine. We had some good sunshine.
We'll get a little bit of break from the rain. I think it's Thursday and Friday.
Good.
And then we have like a straight week of rain. So guys, soak it up when it does come.
Awesome. All right. Well, I guess we will get started. So we start every show with our resources. So when we are not live, we like to let all of you know where you can get information 24/7. The best place to go, our mothership, weatherfordtx.gov. That's the city website. You could access archived and live meetings. That's city council or board or commission meetings as well. We also have our tourism website, experienceweatherford.com. That is the official tourism brand for the city of Weatherford. You can actually see all the events from city events to just events that businesses may be hosting within the city limits of Weatherford. We also have our economic development website, chooseweatherford.com, and then our downtown website, heritagesquareweatherford.com. Of course, we're on all of your major social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Nextdoor. And below on the presentation that you're looking at right now, you can see the handle on how to access each one of those platforms.
We also have them linked over on our website. If you go to our department page, I have a link over for each of the main city accounts as well. And that takes us into My Weatherford, guys. This is the mobile-friendly version of our website. So today I kind of chose to feature the fact that you can see our city limits and city buildings in our interactive web map, which is easily accessible from the phone. Of course, you can find the GIS or interactive web maps. I use those terms interchangeably on our website as well. But you guys check it out. My Weatherford just went through a slight redesign, so it's slightly different looking. This grab should still be pretty up to date on that. But you guys download it. It's free on the Apple Store and on the Google Play Store.
And this right here is a screenshot of our experienceweatherford.com website. And if you look at the top, you can easily see that you can locate events, area attractions, such as Shandor or the Doss Heritage Center. Dining, that's going to give you a listing of all of our restaurants or eateries here within the city limits of Weatherford. And then, of course, lodging, all of the hotels. You can actually book a hotel room from the website as well. And then we have our partner program for all you business owners out there. If you'd like to be a sponsor for any of our large-scale events, such as Spark in the Park every July 4th, you can go to that tab and get information on how you can be a sponsor and participate in those events with us.
And then quick reminder that we do have a city council meeting tonight. So check out the live stream. It'll be here. And of course, like all of our other meetings that Blake was talking about earlier, you can see any of those meeting live streams. But it's also live on Charter Spectrum channel 190, which is our local government channel that we maintain and update here.
All right, Parker County Peach Festival, one of our biggest, in fact, I would say the biggest event of the year for Weatherford. This is organized and coordinated by the fine individuals at the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce. This event is located in the historic downtown district of Weatherford. It will be held Saturday, July 10th from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. And I know that the area is going to be a little bit larger this year. Last year, they were not able to have the event due to COVID, but the event is back on this year, and it should be full of peachy treats, everything peachy, I guess. Right, Nicole?
Yeah, they said like you said, they expanded it, but they didn't lose any of the like over 200 booths we normally have. And the picture on the left shows the ladies at the chamber. They have their Peach Festival hats in already. They're expecting shirts by the end or towards the end of the month. And of course, you can also this year you'll be able to buy tickets online. So that's something super new and exciting for that event that the chamber puts on.
WT Construction Company. Good morning to you as well. Glad to have you.
So then I get the joy of, I actually added our garbage collection. I added an update on that because we get a lot of questions and calls in about it. So it's twice a week if you live inside the city limits. And I pulled up a picture of the schedule from our GIS mapping so you can see. And then we wanted to remind everyone to make sure your stuff is out by 7 a.m. The guys do not always have time to loop back around and pick up a bunch of houses if they're missed. So on your collection day, have that stuff out by 7 a.m. And then also notice that there's a 16 bag limit per pickup. And they also try not to make them over 40 pounds, guys. I mean, our guys are really strong and capable, but it'd be kind of nice if we didn't overload them. You know, they have a hard job. And then brush collection this week was quadrant 2. So that is east of North Main, north of Fort Worth Street to Dicey Road, Lake Hollow, Cliffview Estates, Lake Weatherford, and Forest Park Edition. And then these also go by the same have it out by 7 a.m. on the Monday of your collection week. I know that those guys have been running a bunch of extra hours to keep up with the demand we have going on. So to make sure your stuff is picked up by 7 a.m. on Monday. And then since this week was quadrant 2, that makes next week quadrant 3, which is south of Palo Pinto Street and west of South Main to the city limit line.
Hey, Barbara. Hey, Scott. And this is very exciting right here. We have launched our Weatherford Electric and Water Utility customer portal. So this is basically where you can access the portal. Man, I cannot talk, Nicole. I am tongue-tied today. You can access the portal from weatherfordtx.gov. And once you get into the portal, you can look at your usage, both electric and water, and it will tell you what your bill is looking like for the month. So it's a great new resource. That way you can always see what your usage looks like in regard to your utilities.
Hold on, it's frozen. Okay. Then we've got library department updates. So the library wanted to remind everyone that our summer reading challenge, which we have both an adult and a kids summer reading challenge, kicks off on June 1st. The theme this year is tales, like animal tales and tales. So that's pretty cute little play on words there. They have programs and prizes for readers of all ages. So guys, check them out. It does count audiobooks. So if you're listening to books, you get to log those hours as well, which is something I didn't know and I just learned. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then they also have their teen volunteer orientation May 17th at 6 p.m. So that's any teens who are interested in volunteering at the library, whether they're just wanting to volunteer or trying to get some of those hours for like National Honor Society or something. They do have to be 14 to 17 years old to do that, and they will have to fill out and return a parental permission form for that. But guys, check them out. They've always got a lot of good stuff going on at the library.
All right, you can apply now for the police department. They are hiring. Testing days look like it's going to be May 21st through the 22nd. You can apply via the policeapp.com. The deadline to apply is the 17th of this month, May. And their core values are justice, accountability, integrity, teamwork, and innovation. And I highly encourage, if you're interested in serving on our police force, to apply. And then they will have Coffee with a Cop on Thursday, May 20th from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. I know, Nicole, you go to all of those, correct?
I do. And we thought we had a location nailed down, and they kind of surprised us yesterday afternoon. So we're still working on a set location. But if you guys follow, it's on the event section on our page and PD's page on Facebook, and it's listed on the city website. So as soon as we have a location, we'll push out a post with that, and we'll also update the event location on Experience Weatherford, on the city website, and on the events on our Facebook pages. So that now we have a Weatherford Parker County animal shelter update. So this update came because I think about a week ago or so, we had a stray arrive at the shelter. And after a few days, its owner called to let us know she was coming for it. She'd been missing her dog for about 4 days. They're from Wichita Falls, Texas. And we honestly have like no idea how that animal ended up here in Weatherford. But the owner had been searching everywhere for it. And someone saw a social media post with it on our Lost Animals page. And they connected to her over social media because they saw her animal post and our post from the Lost Animals. So she came to get it as soon as possible. But that's a great reminder for us to tell people to make sure your pets are microchipped and that the information is correct on file there. So our animal shelter actually offers microchipping for your pets for just $20. You can stop by any time that the shelter is open. It takes about 15 minutes to fill out the registration form, and it's just as easy as like giving them a regular vaccine from the vet. And all of our staff is actually capable, or at least I know our full-time staff is capable of doing this quickly and effectively. It's just a one-time cost of $20 to ensure that you can get your pet back if they ever go missing. And then this is a part of a overall, I think it's nationwide campaign.
Yes.
For Home Again. So guys, check it out. That's a great service that our shelter offers, and it can be done anytime.
All right, transportation and public work updates. So where are they working right now and what's going on? Right now, they're at the 800 block of South Elm Street between Ackerd and Eureka Street. This section of the roadway is closed to through traffic for full roadway construction. It's estimated to be completed in 3 weeks. Now, obviously, with the rain like today, things get delayed, so it could be pushed back a little further if the weather does not cooperate. They're also doing some work at the 1400 block of Holland Lake Drive. That's between Hilltop and Santa Fe. They're replacing sidewalk along the east side of the roadway to connect with Holland Lake Park. That is estimated to be complete within 2 weeks, again, pending the weather. So those are some projects that they're working on right now. And over to that little picture, I know it's hard to see, but it's online at weatherfordtx.gov as well. If you want to look after the show, just go to the Transportation and Public Works Department page. But this is proposed street rehab projects for 2020 through 21 fiscal year. So you can see they're working on a lot of projects this year. That map gets revised each year as well.
And I'll share that link in like 1 second. I think maybe if it'll load. Yeah, okay. That link will be in the comments too, guys. Well, that takes us over to our HR department. They wanted to remind everyone that we still have a bunch of positions open here with the city. We have about 15 right now, plus like camp counselors, pool staff, summer help that we typically pick up. So you guys should check it out. And of course, we have a link over to the information that PD is hiring right now. You can find that by going to weatherfordtx.gov/jobs. And of course, it has a full description of benefits and requirements and all of those other good things for every single job. But if you know anyone looking for a job, or teenagers looking for, whether they're high school, college, whatever, depending on age, looking for a job, check it out. Our lifeguard and pool staff is always a really fun program. I know a lot of the kids really enjoy participating in that in our summer camps.
Water department updates. They have a lot. So the downtown northeast quadrant, basically they are replacing the water and sewer ahead of Transportation and Public Works. That's a project similar to the project that was conducted on Church Street, which is behind Shep's Scoreboard Restaurant. So they're basically replacing those water and sewer lines before they pave that roadway. The county will also be constructing a pipeline in Trinity Avenue starting in May. This should start this week or next week, so they'll be working on that as well. Let's see, water purification plant. So this is part of a large project that started, what would you say, Nicole, 2 years ago?
Two and a half, yeah.
Yeah, 2.5. So we did phase 1. Now we're on phase 2, which is adding 4 GAC filters for better treatment to improve the aesthetics of the drinking water. In fact, phase 1 had such an impact. Used to we would get messages from our citizens about the flavor of our water or the discoloration of our water. Our water has always been safe to drink, but with the new GAC filters, it's really removed a lot of the aesthetic issues that we were having. It's scheduled. This phase is scheduled in 20 months or to last 20 months. So it will be late summer of 2022 before it's operational. So it'll be a little bit more time until we see the impact of those GAC filters. Right now, the contractor has started pouring concrete for the floor of the structure that will house those GAC filters. The North Main Street project, city contractors are making repairs where pavement has settled over utility trenches. So you'll see oftentimes when we go in and we change out utility lines, that the soil will settle and it'll kind of create kind of a divot in the roadway. And so they're working on those at this time. And then there is a water main extension along South Bethel Road, north and south of Interstate 20. The contractor has finished cleanup work on the site. The city has conducted a final walkthrough last week for inspection, and the contractor will still have to address any list items identified at that walkthrough. Then on Cherry Street, the 200 block from Bankhead Drive to Columbia Street, city crews are replacing the water pipeline in the 200 block of Cherry Street this week. They are approaching Bankhead Highway as well. They'll push the lane over some and keep traffic open in both directions. So keep that in mind if you commute towards that direction.
And of course, all of those are weather permitting, but that's the last slide or update I had for today. So unless you had anything else, Blake?
No, I don't think I do. I'm trying to think. There's been some exciting things happening, I feel like. So I drove by, this is economic development, so I guess I'm jumping out a little bit, but I drove by Boot Barn yesterday. Boot Barn is now open, so that was kind of cool to see. I almost stopped just to walk inside because I've never been in a Boot Barn, but I decided not to.
You should have.
I know.
I mean, just saying. You should have. Could have snapped a picture or two for next week's show. Cough.
Silent plug. We had a concert for the concert series last Saturday. Yeah. That was a huge success, and I think we have. Let me look here. I think we've got some things. Let me pull up my.
I know Food Truck Park Night is next Tuesday.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm bringing up my document here. Let's see. Yeah, movies in the park. Friday at 7:00. Wonder Woman 1984. Have you seen that movie?
Not the second. I saw the original Wonder. I haven't seen the second one.
Yeah, same here.
I don't go to the movie theaters as frequently as some people do. And let me bring up.
Hey, Mark, congratulations. Did you see that, Nicole? Sorry. Mark says they close on their new house in a few weeks. They're ready to move in. That's awesome. Welcome to Weatherford.
That's exciting.
Unless you're in Weatherford and just moving to a new house. I'm not sure.
And then congratulations on the new house regardless.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Guys, this is Experience Weatherford. So if you click on the events calendar at the top, it'll pull up all of the list of events that have been listed. But you can also pull up a calendar view to see like what's upcoming. So like you can see that we had our concert last Saturday and that next week we have the Food Truck Park Night. And these are like free things that people can list their own stuff. But this week, Blake, we have the movies in the park, which you just said.
Yep.
But there's a couple of other events that people have listed, and then like businesses can list their own stuff. Like we have Coffee with a Cop up there. But there's like golf tournaments. There's Taste of Parker Counties next week.
There's a big event.
Yeah, Annabella Mail House is having their crawfish boil this weekend on Sunday. And then under attractions, I don't know if you said it earlier, Blake, so I'm going to say it just in case.
Yeah.
But under attractions, it's things like places you can go like Shandor and stuff like that. But it's also got all of the shopping and other things. So I personally think the site's really cool because A, it's free. But B, you can also filter out. So if you're just looking for services, you can click on services and it'll filter out by businesses that are services or health and fitness. So if you're looking for like a pharmacy or like swim lesson people or nutrition store or a gym or yoga studio, those are listed and you can filter out by our city parks and stuff. So I think it's a pretty cool site that you guys.
And I want to say, you mentioned the swim lesson people. So I have a 3-year-old daughter. She's our youngest, and she used to be like scared of the water, and this week she's been just loving the water. So they do a great job over there if you need swim lessons. I had to do a silent plug for them. Sorry.
Well, I know that they also did a water safety event.
They did.
In a neighboring town, but I know a lot of our departments were there. So I think that that's a really cool thing that they're doing to make sure that everyone in the area. And second plug for them, which I know we're not really supposed to, but I'm going to, because they partner with our parks department to restock the life vests out at Cartwright Park at Sunshine Lake to ensure that there are always life vests out there for people to stay safe when they're enjoying the water.
They do. We're glad to have them. They provide a valuable service for just public safety, in my opinion. So similar to police and fire, they have a role, and they help children and even adults learn how to swim, and it saves lives. And I think it's fantastic. All right, Paul.
North Weatherford. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
I love to hear that. Thanks for that feedback.
So
Paul.
Cool. Like, we're getting like new people to the show. I love it. So
obviously that means someone passed on that we do a live show to them, which I appreciate.
And if you're at City Hall, we are located in City Hall. So if you come here to set up utilities or something, ask for Blake and Nicole. Say you saw us on the live show, and we might give you a goodie. I don't know. We might,
You never know.
We might have goodies. I don't know.
It's kind of a work in progress, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
So like Blake said, if you guys have questions or anything, you can always message our page. We don't always reply. Like, I know someone was kind of upset that I didn't reply late last night, but I think they messaged us after like 8 o'clock, and I was kind of doing my personal life at that point. But we do get back to you as soon as we can. And of course, if there's like an emergency situation, you can always call our after hours line for like water leaks or electrical stuff, and they can get our on-call crew out there as soon as possible.
Yep. And, I'm going to... Awesome. Paul said he'll come by. And shout out to Nicole. Just, she's typically the person that's responding late at night if you private message our city page, and she does a great job to get information. So kudos. Thank you, Nicole, for all that you do. I know what message you're talking about from late last night. You were quick to respond to it. So we appreciate everything that you do from the city.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, that's our show. Don't forget City Council tonight at 6:30. You can watch on Facebook or you can watch on our website. Like we just said, you can always message us or turn in tickets through My Weatherford. And I think that's it.
All right. Y'all stay safe. We'll see you next week where we will be discussing economic development.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. See y'all later.